What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? It's me. I'm L3027. You know who I am?
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose, honey.
He's about the business of dipping spoons into sugar bowls. Anyway, real girls do real things. So as to make it easier for insertion, maybe?
No means no, and yes means no.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, people? What is up? It is me, L3027, and I am back for yet another review. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our review for P-Valley. It is season 2. It is episode 10. It is the season finale. It is entitled Mississippi Rule. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the much anticipated season finale of this show. If you like me, you like my channel, you like what you see here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the share this video out, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, hit all so you know whenever I come on here and just be crazy and zany and out of pocket and out of control and out of order. So yeah, just do all of the things that y'all know what to do. Do all of the things. All of the things. Anyway, so listen, we got a lot to unpack, y'all, a lot to do, y'all. This is much anticipated. I will say, if I were giving it a grade, the teacher in me, I would give this finale a B, a solid B. Not a B plus, not a B minus, a solid B. There are things that I think could have been better, but I think they did enough. I think they did enough of the things well enough to get them a solid B. So I give them a B, which is good. You listen, in my classroom, if a student got a B, listen, they're jumping for joy. They're doing cartwheels and somersaults because A's come very few and far between. So they should be. That's a very laudable undertaking, getting a B in my grading. So let's get started. We start off back at Andre's house, or if you want to call it Mayor Tydell's house, with Andre's wife there and with him, and they is cussing, fussing, and arguing. Haley is in the background, standing by the window like, girl, I ain't here for this. She only chimed in when the wife called her light skinned, and she be like, hold up, who you call light skinned? The wife said, bitch, you better shut your ass up before I drag the shit out of you. And Haley commits to shutting the fuck up. Y'all do know this. She shut that shit down. Say what you want to say about Andre's wife. She shut that bitch Haley down. She said, girl, you better keep it cute, get it together. And so Andre was like, she was like, I deserve this, don't I? Andre was like, you do, Andre. I told you before earlier this season, don't come up here trying to act all holier than thou and pious and all self-righteous as if you ain't been doing wrong, as if you ain't been. Both of y'all have shit y'all need to work on. The only difference is she just don't know all of this shit. Well, I shouldn't say don't know all of it, but just found out the shit that you've been really doing. You don't even know you got 2 kids on the way, or possibly 2 kids on the way. A mess. A mess. Anyway, so crowds are gathering on the lawn. They cheering, chanting for Andre. I think they were saying Andre got next or something like that. Child, something, honey. I don't know if they was trying to say he got next at the card table. He got next on the blunt. He got child. I don't know, but he got next. Anyway, Haley leaves. Andre and his wife finally talk like human beings, and he basically talks about how he had to change who he was to marry her, and he had to, lie about his father and make his father disappear just to get with her, and that's not really who he is. And please be clear, you ain't that good of an actor to hide who you really are all this time. She knew who you was, and what I would gather is when she really started to deduce and find out who you was, that's when she started to get her back blown out by somebody who she really wanted. Now, when she, and you can, first of all, you can't be, I can't say he can't be mad, but you shouldn't be surprised when she is like, what the fuck, if you admittedly so say that what I was portraying and giving you really isn't who I was, are you surprised that, probably there were chinks in the armor, she started to really see who you were and then decided she wanted what she really wanted and wanted someone else? Not that it justifies it, but are you surprised? I'm just saying. But anyway, he alluded to wanting to divorce her because he said he was in love with somebody else, and she was like, "No, I loves you, baby. He ain't never loved you really." If I'm guessing, he probably got with her because of her connections and what she could do for him, and the opportunities that come with being married to a doctor and someone from a wealthy family. I'm just saying. But he could say, I'm in love with somebody else. Guess that means he in love with Haley. Mm, child. We'll get that later. Anyway, but she say she still love him. While they talking, Corbin busts in, talk about, hey, Barack and Michelle. Well, technically he did play Barack, but Tika Sumter played Michelle in South Side of Chicago. But anyway, um, oh wow, that's not cool. We had a power outage, y'all. Oh, it's in the whole neighborhood. Oh, there's the light. That's weird. I'm gonna keep that in the video. Did y'all see that? We had like a whole power outage, y'all, in like the neighborhood. I don't know what that was. That was scary. I don't want y'all to think we don't pay light bills around here because we do. You see how fast she came back on. Child. But I don't know what just happened outside. I'm gonna have to go out there and see. Maybe you know how sometimes trucks come by and hit the power line or something. I don't know, child, but we gonna have to go out there and see because baby, we pays our bills in here. Okay. Y'all heard the air condition kick right back on. Okay. Anyway, um, so where was I at? Since we lost power. So Corbin was like, "Yeah, you've been in the lead all night, and they're about to call the race and so forth." And he's all happy and hysterical and stuff like that. And Andre tells his wife, "Hey, listen. You tell me all the time about the importance of wearing a mask. Well, you're gonna have to wear a mask now. You're gonna have to go out here, be the loving and doting wife that you should be, the wife of a politician, the wife of a mayor, and get your life in order and get it right." You don't got, in his estimation, you don't have a whole lot of leeway to tell me what you is and is not gonna do. Because remember, I caught you sucking on another man's penis. Get your life in order. Get it together. We going outside to show a good front in front of these people. Get your life together. Back down to the paint. What do we hear? My boo back on the wheels of steel. Back on the turntable. DJ Never Scared. Who we can never, he should be called DJ Never Understand, because we could never understand everything he's saying. But we still there for DJ Never Scared. Love DJ Never Scared. I love him back on the wheels of steel, back on the microphone. So DJ Never Scared is up there doing his thing. We have missed him so. Lil Murder is in the back preparing for his performance. So he looks into the mirror, into this shattered mirror, this mirror that has shattered glass. And it shows each one of the panes of glass, of the shattered glass, shows a different image or a different persona that he has to put on to make up the totality of who he is. And it was such beautiful imagery. Beautiful imagery. This is one thing they got absolutely right. This, I love that I rewound it so many times so that I could make note of each one of the images. It was the image of him, when he's most vulnerable, image of him when he's having to be hard and with the gang that he's in, images of him on stage, images of him when he's had all of the different facets and personas and faces of Lamarcus and Lil Murda. And it was such a beautiful imagery. And I think that he takes out his out the teeth. The go. I don't think they're gold. I think they're platinum with diamonds or whatever. But he takes the teeth out of his mouth and decides he's going to go on stage like that. And I think that was the first sign of him shedding some of what everybody was expecting him to be. In my estimation, that was the first, when he saw that image and he saw what he was. He takes his teeth out. I think he takes the teeth out first. I don't remember if he took the teeth out first or second. But to me, taking that teeth out was that first sign of him beginning to shed off everything that everybody wanted him to be. And he had to look in that mirror and see, which face when the mirror becomes whole again, what is the one image you want to see? Not all of these different parts. They got this part right. I was so here for this. So here for that. I immediately saw what was going on. But that was his first That was our first sight of him shedding that exterior and that part of that image that other people wanted him to be, and him starting to truly be what he wanted. He goes out and starts to do his performance, and he immediately says, "Shut all that down. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm gonna go with no nothing, just me." And this is another, I think, transformative moment where he starts to become just truly and only him, the way he wants it to be. Um, and he starts to spit and not literally spit, but I mean spit rhymes and stuff like that. He starts to rap and stuff like that. And the song is basically called 7 Pounds of Pressure, but basically him chronicling how he killed that Pico guy to me. And so Maine is in the audience, and he got his face tooted up all mad because he knows and he hears what this is. And then out comes Mercedes, and Mercedes is now performing on the pole, and she seemed not to have not one bit of problem. Ain't no problem with her shoulder this time. Baby mama came out there and danced like it was the last time. Foreshadowing. Mm. She came out there and she did the goddamn thing. And Maine was looking on and he was not happy. Baby Maine was looking at her like, I know this bitch the fuck is not up here dancing next to this motherfucker who she knew I can't stand. Yeah, he wasn't happy about that. We then see Patrice and Andre both in their own way find out that Patrice won. Andre finds out he lost. Patrice finds out she won. Kyle, the Kyle brother that was running, told her, "Listen, I'm still the head of the city council, chair of the city council. I'm gonna be fucking you like you're gonna be fucking me. So, girl, get ready." So Patrice Woodbine is the new mayor, child. I was like, child. Andre does give a concession speech, but in his concession speech, he says that he's moving back to Chuckalisa permanently, and he's going to open up a law firm. Now the wife is standing there next to him, and I'm like, "What you gonna do, boo?" I don't know. I guess we'll find out what she gonna do. Um, she At then we go back to the paint. At the paint, this is after Lil Murda done did his performance. Him and Mercedes going back to the locker room or whatever, and they all happy. Mercedes count her money and like got this big bag of money and like, yeah, we did that shit, we did that shit. Uncle Clifford is back there, boohoo crying, snot bubbles and all. So I think all of us immediately thought, oh my God, not Miss Ernestine. Oh God, take me, Lord, take me now, Lord, take me. Don't take her, Lord, take me. I'm ready to go, God. Just take me, please. Keep Miss Ernestine, God. Don't take her, take me, Lord, take me now, God. And we come to find out she ain't even dead. He over there boo crying like this woman done died, and they done told him that the woman gonna make it, and she's gonna make a recovery, and she coming on home. And I was like, you know what, girl, get your life in order, Clifford, get your life in order. But she gonna make it. So it's the next morning, and Mississippi is preparing herself to leave. She get, I guess, I don't know if Haley left her this car or whatever, but she got this look like box Chevy or old Lincoln Town Car or old Cadillac. Anyway, she go in the trunk, and there's money in there and different things she's gonna need or whatever, and she all happy or whatever. She got this little Red Riding Hood outfit or whatever, and I noticed that Little Red Riding Hood outfit. I don't know if y'all caught it, but it was a Little Red Riding Hood outfit. As if she was, going to her grandmother's house, but too bad she gonna get caught by the big bad wolf on her. We'll get that. That was foreshadowing too. I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing. She was trying to escape to her grandmother's house and ended up getting caught by the big bad wolf. We'll get there in a moment. But she all happy. I noted and I wrote down, hey bitch, why you still ain't got your goddamn kids? Because if you notice, Mississippi left the club early. Like she left the club after they had the whole melee between the two gangs. It was last episode when she left. So that means that when she left there, she had enough time. Girl, real girls do real thing. If you was really trying to get out of there, baby, you should have left that club and immediately went to your sister. Hey, boo, I'm ready. Give me my kids. I'm ready to go. And got your tail up out of there. Girl. We then see Uncle Clifford, and Murder in bed the next morning. Um, they done bust each other down probably the previous night. Murder tells him, Lil Murder tells him, listen, I'm going on tour today. He be like, today? Yes, today, bitch. I told you that. Pay attention. And so Uncle Clifford starts commiserating and say, listen, I knew this wasn't going to last for long. Listen, it is what it is. I know what this is. You know what this is. Baby, you need to go ahead and go on. You about to be a star. This can't keep on going on. And he was like, he kind of acquiesces. I mean, because Uncle Clifford really was pushing him away and said, listen, for both of us, you got to go. Go ahead, go on tour, pursue it. You about to be great. I'm mad I can't be there to be there with you, but I'm here. I'll hold it down here. But it is what it is. And I understood Uncle Clifford. Trust me, I have. I understood. I've been there. I understand completely. And I just understood where he was at that point. Um, we could tell Lil Murder was not okay with it, but he acquiesced to it and said, "Well, shit, let me just grab my shit and I guess I'll be gone then." He was not happy about it, but to me, Uncle Clifford was realistic, and to me, as we get to the end, I'm going to talk a little more about how it just wasn't realistic. But to me, this was the part that was realistic, where Uncle Clifford had to sit him down and say, "Hey, bitch, what we got going on, baby, that's not gonna work out. We done had a great time. Thank you for the memories, boo. I always got that to hold on to, and we can keep it moving so that nobody gets hurt and nobody loses out on anything." Anyway, we get to Patrice, who's in her new office getting acquainted with everything and so forth. And she does this interview, and on the interview, she says, listen, I got a church and I got a city to run. Call me Mayor Bishop. Child. Mayor Bishop Woodbine. Just a mess. Just a mess. Mercedes gets a package, is at home, and she gets a package from Farrah. This is one of the big posters of Mercedes from that exhibit, the Mercedes Experience. It also has a check in there. She calls Farrah, and there's a check in there. Farrah tells her, "This, that's a check for the royalties for me using your likeness, and sponsorships end, but royalties last forever." So she was like, "Yes, I owe you for using your likeness. I'm glad that woman did pay her because you did use her whole likeness without her permission or consent. So you kind of do owe her royalties." And it was in the amount of $30,000. I was here for it. Girl, did y'all see I saw like yesterday? They had. Did y'all see that on one of the little boxes of, I forgot what perm it was. I don't know but the little perm relaxer that black ladies put in their head. Why they had a picture of Farrah on their box? And I was wondering, was that a real picture of Farrah on the box with the same hairstyle, or was that a Photoshop? Girl, I don't know, but that shit had me cracking up. I was like, they better have her on the perm box, on the relaxer box. A mess. Anyway, Andre is back at home with a long line of women's you know, ushering themselves toward him to give him food and stuff because he's the new hot thing on the block, honey. I don't really understand why these women were lined up to get parts of him because he's not even the mayor no more and he's there with his whole ass wife. But y'all know Andre is my first crush on this show. Like, Andre is my first boo on this show. I'm just being clear about that. But they was bringing shit. So Haley is in the line. She come and bring him a box of cigars, and she basically tells him that she's gonna need his help later on with the contract at his new law firm or whatever. She leaves from him, her cutting her eyes at the wife, and the wife cutting her eyes at her. She gets on the phone and calls Miss Georgina, and so I feel like with this episode there was the tale of two halves. There was the first half of the episode where things seemed to be going right for a lot of people. And then there was the second half where at this point, this was like the midway point, and now here we go, the shit show. Shit started to go downhill from here. So Haley calls Georgina, and Georgina says, "Hey, bitch." She was like, "Hey." Haley was like, "Mm-hmm. You see that casino referendum pulled through, huh?" It sure did, baby. Instead of that 10 million, baby, I want 15. And Georgina was like, "You may want 15, boo. You won't get it. Matter of fact, you ain't getting shit." So apparently, she said she'll need the because there's some ordinance in Mississippi where you have to build a casino on the water, And so she was like, the pink is the thing stopping you from building it on the water. She was like, I don't need the pink or the Mississippi River. The water will come to me. So apparently, they're going to build a canal from the Mississippi River through Corbin's land and build a whole canal where they can build the casino on the side of the canal and bypass the pink. Child, check and mate. A mess. Ernestine comes home. Uncle Clifford helping her in the house. And next thing you know, Big L come with Duffy and the African guy. And Uncle Clifford like, why the fuck are y'all here? Miss Ernestine invited us, and she done invited them now because she gonna have our whole players ball and homecoming party because she out of the damn hospital and over Miss Coco. I'm here for it, Ernestine. Anyway, she go upstairs to change clothes so they can go back down to the paint and rearrange the paint to set it back up like a juke joint for this good party. And Uncle Clifford sees his dead mother, a vision of his dead mother again. And his mother told him, listen, why are you not going after love? Why are you not going after that boy? Meaning little murder. And we then learn how his mother died and the fact that she died from complications of AIDS and so forth and pneumonia. She did contract HIV and AIDS and got full blown AIDS and died that way. And I'm glad that we did get that backstory and stuff like that. And murder and so that I had to pause because I kind of felt the weight of what Uncle Clifford was saying to his mother, like, you want me to choose love and take these risks, and risk is what caused you to die. And so I could see why he would be afraid to say, I ain't trying to take no risks with love because I could end up dead like you. And she was like, well, sometimes risks give you rewards and sometimes they don't. And am I willing to take that chance? Anyway, Murder meets up with Mississippi before he gets on the tour bus, and he was like, remember that money, those stacks I owed you? Here go your money. I noticed this chick with her little Red Riding Hood outfit still ain't got these damn babies. You doing all of this riding around town, smiling, feeling good, everything's good and peachy and everything. Baby, where's your kids? He give her the money, and he was like, she was like, um, don't tell nobody that I'm leaving. And he was like, your secret is safe with me. And she was like, so is yours, bitch. And she was like, you gonna miss her? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, not as much as I will. And she told him, she said, you don't have to miss her. Man, when she said her, Uncle Clifford, you don't have to miss her. You can stay here and be with her. Child. We then see Mercedes at her gym or whatnot. And so I guess she can afford what she needs to afford now because she got $30,000, so she can afford to do whatever she want to do with it. But come to find out, Patrice, while she gets on the pole and starts dancing, and Patrice comes, and Patrice tells her about Shell and the fact that Shell realizes that she has a problem, and Sheldon went to rehab, and Sheldon gave Terica to Patrice to raise and take care of while she's at rehab. But Terica is too much for Patrice while she's both mayor and the bishop. So she gives Terica to Mercedes to raise because Patrice says, I don't raise my own kids. So if there's one happy ending out of all of this, it is two people got their happy ending, at least by the end of this episode. Now, it might change next season, but at the end of the episode, at least two people I know had a happy ending. And that is Mercedes, or so she thinks, and Corbin, or so he thinks. But a good writer, it ain't gonna end that nice. If I'm ending this season with everything nice, I'm starting next season with you and and fuckery going on with you. But we'll see. So that's what happened with that. Um, Down to the paint. Haley comes over to confront Uncle Clifford because she know Uncle Clifford had everything to do with Corbin and everything. And Uncle Clifford came right out and said, yes, I sure did. I had a backdoor deal with Corbin. Matter of fact, he gave me 250K. Girl, I'm going to sign it over to you because that's how much you paid for this club. I'm buying my club back, bitch. What? a mess. So he said, I'm going to sign over this check that Corbin wrote to me over to you. You can have your 250K that you paid. And yeah, I did have a backdoor deal with Corbin and set all this shit up. Girl, Uncle Clifford went on and on talking to her about, I had a hope that you would realize that the paint was something that you need and that you have a family here. Well, they say family with the R. I don't know where that comes from, but whatever. And but you just won't do right. You won't act right. So go ahead and get out. But I think Uncle Clifford just doesn't get it and doesn't realize that's not who Haley is. Haley isn't. She isn't wired that way. She's wired to be nomadic. She's wired to always be in the wind. Baby, I'm dust in the wind. I'm gone. Where I'm at in the wind. So she was never going to set roots there. She was never going to. And I think everybody fell for her and all that she sold to them. Andre fell for her. Uncle Clifford fell for her. Even Mercedes at one point fell for her. Everybody fell under the spell of Haley and Autumn Nights. And she gooped them. All of them. She never was going to plant her roots there. And they got comfortable thinking that she was going to be there permanently. And it was never designed that way. Anyway, he tell her to get her ass out. She says 250K ain't enough for everything that I had to do for this goddamn place during all of this shit. And Big L and Diamond come and make sure she get her ass out. And she leaves. Put a button in that. Mississippi goes over to pick up her kids. Finally go pick up these damn kids from her little sister. She knocks on the door. Her stepmama answered the door. Oh, da 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 da. And I was wondering, and I called Derek and told Derek, and Derek came by and said he would gladly pick them up because he knew you had some errands to run. Little sister looking like, I don't. And Mississippi knew it was all downhill from there. All downhill from there. Derek then came and picked up them damn kids. We then cut away to Andre on his way to the prison to go visit his father. Meanwhile, he calling Haley over and over and over. Her whole phone number done been disconnected. You don't call yourself falling in love with this chick, and she done ran out on you. Mm, mm. You had all that to say with your wife. I'm in love with someone else. She ain't in love with you, boo. She never was. You was a hot piece of dick, and she used you for what you was supposed to be used for, and tossed you to the side when the time was right. Mm. Anyway, he goes in to see his father. Mississippi goes home. Derek is there with the kids. CPS is there. Derek tells CPS, no, she's not Mrs. Harris. She's Ms. Baby, as if to say we ain't divorced no more. Now, I know you can't get divorced like that, especially without the spouse signing. Divorce don't happen that fast. I don't know why he over there talking about she's Ms. Baby, she ain't divorced. Y'all ain't divorced that fast. She ain't signed off in one night, girl, please. Anyway, the peoples come there and say, baby, you can't go nowhere. Because there are allegations of abuse from the doctor. The doctor saw them abuse those bruises on that child. You signed the papers for them to be discharged. So for all we know from your husband, it's you. And Derek get up and say, yeah, because the neighbors said ever since you came home, they've been hearing all of this screaming and yelling inside the house, and they want to know what it is. See what happens? Y'all going on over here with these white people and let y'all keep fucking y'all shit up. I don't know why y'all keep playing with these white people. White people will set your ass up for failure every time, and y'all keep letting them fuck y'all shit up. Go on over there, get you a little white person. See if you don't end up having your ass fucked up, messing with them. So she got to do 6 months worth of weekly visits and psychological tests, and they got to do all of this, that, and the third. And she kind of blacked out and loses it and just runs over there and starts wailing on Derek. Baby, they slam her to the ground and arrest her. Typical white people shit. I don't know why anybody's surprised at what just happened. If you saw this scene and wasn't surprised, I'm sorry, and was surprised, The problem is you. Because I knew when mama took all that time to go get them damn kids, I said, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Anyway, Mercedes goes home with Terica. She introduces Terica to Maine. Now, y'all tell me, did y'all see that look that Terica gave to Maine and then the look that Maine gave back to Terica? Child. Mercedes, girl. You wouldn't let Maine beat your box in and plunge your womb. So Maine gonna get the next best thing. He gonna get your 14-year-old daughter. That writing is already on the wall. Baby, Maine look like he's already plotting on that. You got to go. You got to go somewhere. You ain't gonna be. One day she gonna be left home alone, and that's when he's gonna pounce. Terica already gave him the look like, mm-hmm. I mean, because a Maine is a fine piece of something now. Terica ain't all that cute in the face, but that Maine is fine as shit. But that shit look real suspect. Anyway, Maine tells Mercedes, listen, I ain't here for that shit you did last night. All that dancing and shit, that shit wasn't cute. You know how I feel about murder. You know we not here for him. We not here for none of that bullshit. We beefing with them and you up here dancing with the next man. You chose a side. You chose his. I ain't here for it. I was like, oh. He then ended up saying, tell that F bomb to watch his back. And she was like, don't we talk about Uncle Clifford like that? He was like, I ain't talking about Uncle Clifford. Let her know, I know his tea. I know little murder tea, bitch. Whether or not you knew it. Girl. Anyway, back down to the paint. They having a whole homecoming party, you know, for Miss Ernestine. So Uncle Clifford is there and everybody there having a good time. He sit down with his girls Nineveh and the other girl, another one of our trans sisters, and they play my song. He said that was his song. Child, that was my song too. They played Mint Condition Pretty Brown Eyes. Bitch. You know Stokely be singing his ass off, honey. Stokely be singing his ass off, honey. And who don't put the song on the jukebox? Lil Murder. So they chatted up for a little bit. He go over there and chatted up with Lil Murder for a little bit. Mercedes comes with Terica. They bring pig feet because I don't. That's some country ass shit. Bringing some goddamn pig's feet to a goddamn party. But I guess, honey. So they talking. So Mercedes asks, cause he's Mercedes sees Uncle Clifford making goo eyes at Lil Murder and says, "Bitch, that's you." And he was like, "Child, come on in here with me to make this potato salad so I can tell you all about it." So he confirmed to her, "Bitch, yeah, that's me, bitch." Inside the paint, Diamond is in and talking to Big L or whatever. He gets a phone call. It is Mississippi. Mississippi is on the phone in the jail. She basically tells Diamond, I need you to kill Derek. She told him that she need him to kill Derek through a little nursery rhyme fairy tale type thing, kind of like Haley did with her. I remember she talked about my hair being long enough. Not my hair wasn't long enough. Once upon a time, Princess Beast, a prince came and took care of it. I need you to go take care of it. I need you to kill that bitch. She told Diamond, "Can you take care of it?" He said, "I can. I got you." So then we see Mercedes and Uncle Clifford end up making a potato salad. Uncle Clifford tells Mercedes how he bought the club back from Haley. And Mercedes has to let him know that he got all these plans and everything with the casino open up. I'm gonna do big things. My bottom bitch gonna be here doing it with me. She was like, baby, that was my last dance last night. Sorry, boo. I done graduated. I done moved on. And they had this, moment where they hug and everything because he had to realize, yeah, I gotta let you go. This ain't forever. He had to let her go. And they have this little touching little moment. Meanwhile, in the bathroom, Roulette is doing what she doing, sniffing. She come out and Nineveh confronts her. Bitch, I heard Toy gonna be working for you. Girl, I know how you make your extra money, bitch. You a whole ass madam out here. Girl, girl. You ain't got nobody in your stable that's like me. Meaning, built with a little something extra, extra, extra. Read all about it. I got an extra piece that your girls don't got. And a lot of men like a girl with a little something extra on it. You needs me. She look, how I know you ain't gonna tell Uncle Clifford? It's a lot of things I do Uncle Clifford don't know. And I guess they go they They cement the dish. She looked at her, and I guess she basically said, "All right, girl, I'll try you out for a little bit, girl. Come over here and make some of these coins for mama." So you see all of they're setting up all of these storylines for next season. Murder talks. Murder goes and talks to Uncle Clifford, and they inside. And so Murder tells Uncle Clifford, "Listen, I'm not going on tour." Uncle Clifford starts to tell him all about all of the reasons why this ain't the right thing. You need to go. I don't want you to live with regret and everything. He was like, "No, the problem ain't me. The problem is you. You pushing me away. It ain't me. It's you." And he's like, "You're scared to be loved. You're scared that you don't deserve love. You don't think you deserve love." And then he tells Uncle Clifford about Big Teak. And they listen. J. Alphonse played the fuck out of this part right here. When he started talking about Teak, you you felt that same emoting that he was doing back when Big Teak was alive, baby. He conjured up those emotions, honey. He did that part. He told Uncle Clifford how it all started. He told Uncle Clifford how it ended and said maybe that's why he ended it the way he did because I wasn't willing to love him in the light. And I think that was the last thing he needed to shed in order to stop living. That was the last little part that he needed to brush off and do away with in order to fully just to him be himself. Big L interrupts this moving moment and tells Uncle Clifford, "I need you to come here." Baby, they go to the computer. $42,000 is missing. Haley done got their ass. Haley done got that bank account and she done took $42,000. She told her ass, "I need some interest or something, bitch." She told her ass. She got her 42 grand, bitch. Bitch, what? Anyway, then they play my favorite Erica Badu song, "Didn't You Know?" Mm. Ooh, hey. Mm. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Trying to run, but I lost my place. Baby, that is my song. Didn't you know? That is my favorite Erica Badu song. Ooh, child, I was jamming. Haley, we then cut away to Haley. Haley done went somewhere in Southeast Asia. I ain't gonna call it China. I ain't gonna call it Japan. I ain't gonna call it Singapore, Thailand. It's somewhere in Southeast Asia. She there. And she done been in. I told y'all she's in the wind all the time. That's her. That's what she does. She's in the wind. And she in the wind again, child. Do we know if we'll ever see her again? Who knows? Back down to the pink. They go from one of my favorite songs to another. One of my favorite songs by one of my favorite artists of all time, Jeffrey Osborne and LTD. Listen, I was conceived off of my mom and daddy tell me all the time. I was conceived off of Jeffrey Osborne and LTD. So when Love Ballad, my favorite song by Jeffrey Osborne comes on, child, cause what we have is much more than they could see. Mm, child. Mm. That if you don't know Love Ballad by Jeffrey Osborne and LTD, something wrong with you. You didn't come up in the right household. Blame your parents. Go back and cuss out your mom and daddy now. Because if you don't know Love Ballad by LTD by Jeffrey Osborne and LTD, the problem is you and not us. Yeah. Anyway, everyone is enjoying the music and the atmosphere and everything, and dancing and everything. Uncle Clifford in the middle of the dance floor, just enjoying life and everything, because they don't get him one of them goddamn pills. And next thing you know, Lil Murder is behind Uncle Clifford, dancing up on him, rubbing up on him in the middle of the dance floor. Then he turns them around and says, "You're not dreaming." And they dancing and hugged up on each other. And he kisses Uncle Clifford right there on the dance floor with everybody watching. Um, Basically outing himself to everybody there. Everybody is watching, and even Uncle Clifford's mom. You see him standing behind. You see her, excuse me, standing behind Miss Ernestine. This is the part to me where I think was not realistic. It's hard for me to believe that in 2020, even in 2022 or 2021, you're gonna have someone of Uncle Cliff, not Uncle Cliff, of Lil Murder's background, of Lil Murder's pedigree, of Lil Murder's choice in careers that is going to make that decision. I just do not see it happening. Even the rappers that are out right now, like for example, Frank Ocean. Ocean was forced out of the closet. That was not of his own volition. He had to come out. Lil Nas X came out on his own, but at that point, he was already well established as an artist. Uh, Lil Murder is not there yet. He had like one feature on a song. He made it to where you could just come out like that. And the difference is, even when like Frank Ocean or Lil Nas X or different people have come out, more often than not, they're not attached to someone. You just find out that they are, and they don't have a mate or someone that they're attached to. And I know full well that, hell, Lil Murder had an issue with Big Teak, and Big Teak was masculine, being caught in peculiar situations with Big Teak. I just don't see realistically, and this, I know this is made for television. Television is all fanciful and everything, but that just was not the realistic thing for me. What would be realistic for me is, we know that Uncle Clifford done had some pills. Now, what would make sense to me is if they wake up in next season and that whole thing was a dream and a vision. Because I found it real interesting that he said you're not dreaming, but everything looked fuzzy and hazy, and he also saw this image of his mother. So I would venture to say that I would not be surprised if next season we find out that that whole dancing on the dance floor situation never happened, and it was all a dream, or it was the drugs that Uncle Clifford had taken, that Big L had given him. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Finally, a diamond gets stolen. Diamond goes out there to the goddamn car to get his stuff ready to go take out Derek, because he finna go kill Derek from Mississippi. He then gets attacked by two people. They stab him, beat him up, gag him with some cloth, and throw him in the back of the trunk. And then he starts experiencing, the man put a gun to his head. He starts experiencing PTSD, like he's back in Iraq and stuff like that, back in the war and stuff like that. And he's having a moment, and then come to find out, these are two people working for Montavious, or in the group that Montavious was the head of. One of the guys was missing an eye or something like that. The other one, I think, was Big Bone. Yeah, it was Big Bone. So my thing is, I feel like Big Bone did initially come there. And here come Autumn again. Remember, Big Bone only worked there because Autumn Nights Haley said, oh, I want her to work somewhere in here. You think that was on purpose? Because if she truly was somebody, if Big Bone was somebody who was working in Montavious' little group or whatever, do you think Haley might have already knew who she was or what she looked like? I'm just speculating. But anyway, Big Bone is a part of it too. I feel like Big Bone came there for the reason of taking out everybody that had something to do with Montavious' death. But then she got caught up in the mix with Diamond and thought that there could be another way. But once she saw that Diamond was still kind of had a thing for Mississippi, and she became a woman scorn when she felt like Mississippi still had her hairs and hands in Diamond, she became a woman scorn to say, fuck this shit, let me remember the plan. Let me get back to the plan. Let's take these motherfuckers out. And she said, that's it. That's kind of what I think. But and it goes off from there. Here's my takeaway from what they got wrong with the season finale and over the course of the season. If you're going to end the season with this type of cliffhanger, I feel like you owed it to us during the course of the season to give us more of the Montavious story. We need to get his backstory. We need more of where all of this is coming from. What Montavious really had going on back in New Orleans or whatever. Like, it's way too much for you to just leave us with this cliffhanger and not have given us enough of the Montavious story. Sure, we saw a hand going through the water, an image of a ghost of Montavious here and there, but we still don't know anything about him. We don't know anything about these people that are coming looking for him. The fact that they know what his ring looked like, we don't know anything. And now we're left with just questions. hopefully next season they give us more of that story so we can really flush that out the right way. But that was season 2. I'm sure there'll be a season 3. Trust me. If they let Power go on for all those goddamn horrible ass seasons, I know they're gonna let P Valley go on for another few seasons. So y'all, let's do what we do. Let's get in the comment section and about what we saw. That's all I got for y'all. This was a marathon. It is exhausting, I know. But we got through it. That's all I got. Let's do what we do. Can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. Until next time, that's all I got. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.